What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Bubba Career Mode in MotoGP 20. And it is time for us to head over to the my World Motorrad Grand Prix von Österreich. Obviously, the Austrian GP, which is going to be a very difficult one. It's a track that I'm not a big fan of, and it's funny because I actually recorded this race when, like the evening that the whole Rossi and Vinales almost dying thing happened. So it was, yeah, it was an interesting, I don't know, it was just kind of weird. Like, even if it was in a video game, I still kind of had that in my mind. Like, you know, let's try to avoid having Luthi in front of us going down that straightaway. So let's just make sure we're up front, because with having the temptation, or seeing Luthi in front of us, the temptation is there to just murder him by crashing out Bitiki or something like that, and having him flying straight into Thomas Luthi. But we're going to try to avoid that for now, unless of course we have the opportunity. In qualifying, as you can see, we absolutely did jack fucking shit. We're not even able to get a lap time in, because that's just me in Austria. I have a hate relationship with this track. There's nothing I like about it. And yeah, I'm really shocked to see that in the MotoGP group that a lot of guys actually seem to like this track a lot. They seem to say, like, at first they didn't like it, but as time goes on, they like it more and more. For me, that's just completely confusing, because as time goes on, I like it less and less. So yeah, that's just kind of the situation for me on this track. As of course we go flying into people. Thankfully, not Thomas Luthi, who I think is actually right there. So, you know, it's just a track that I don't like. I don't enjoy it. It's very much point and shoot, and there's just really nothing fun to me about this track. I really hate this part of it. I seem to always make huge mistakes, as of course you saw right there. Marcus Ramirez crashing, nothing to really write home about. He's not really relevant anyway. Baldassarri is moving up there. Garzo is in a battle with us right now. I mean, I think this is one where Shooter can definitely expect to gain some points, because no confidence is essentially our issue. Thomas Luthi right there, he's always at risk. But I just kind of want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think about this track, because like I said, I'm surprised to see that there's a lot of people that actually do like it, and I wouldn't have expected it, because I despise it. Like, that's just the honest truth. Bastianini right there. But at the same time, though, I can see sort of why people would like it, because for I think most people that are talking like they like this track is because it's time trial. And I just feel like this is a very fast track, so you can get a lot of laps in a shorter amount of time, and it feels like you're really going fast. So I feel like that's probably why people like it. Oh, almost pulled the Zarco right there. So I feel like maybe that's why. But for me personally, I don't like the track, and I think that's probably fair enough to say. I'm not saying that the track is shit. I'm saying I don't like it, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think about it. Sixth position, honestly, if you would ask me before the race, would you sign on the dotted line to finish with a guaranteed sixth position? I probably would say yes. That's just considering like how bad I am at the track, as you can see from where I qualified. That's just the reality of things, and it really is important to me to just do as well as possible and not crash. If I can get through this race without crashing, that for me would be a success, because honestly, like, I've crashed a lot in this track, especially not really here, because right here I'm actually pretty quick, but the penultimate sector where we have that long right turn, I always seem to hit the fucking dirt there and end up crashing. Right now we're actually doing pretty well. We're actually able to keep up with the top 5 guys, which is pretty damn surprising for me, as Baldassarri is not that far. I mean, he's right there. I feel like we can probably pass him if we get a good drive, as Schroeder has the fastest lap of the race, avoiding Baldassarri. Gonna run wide, but it's not gonna cost us too much, I feel like. Going up the hill, this is the famous corner, or the famous straightaway where Zarco managed to almost kill somebody. And we're actually pretty close to the top 4. Like, this is really surprising. Coming out of this corner relatively nicely, a little bit wide, which is dangerous, because it is an easy part of the track to crash in. But we're maintaining a nice pace here, which I did not expect to be the case. Gian Antonio, ooh, we're having an endo right there. See, this is where I usually make a huge mistake. Almost crash, and we almost crashed right there, because cutting in Paul Espargaro style almost caused us to get knocked off our bike, and that's always an issue. Gian Antonio, this is where we can gain. Like right here, just watch how close we get. Like this is the only sector of the track where I feel like I'm fast. Obviously, we blow it as soon as I say, look how close we get. They definitely came out of there way too wide, getting a shit drive coming out of it. So blew that one, and that could be a bit of a problem for us if that continues to be the case. The endos are also being a bit of a problem right now because we're losing a lot of ability to get into corners the way that we would like. So that's a problem. Schroeder once again has the fastest lap of the race, but I think we can. Oh, I thought we were gonna beat it. We're actually 3/10 off, so we're not even that close. Gian Antonio gets past, but he's probably gonna have a better line coming out of it, better drive. He does, but we can actually maybe draft him a little bit if we can get close enough. But probably not quite close enough. But we're gonna have more top speed, and we're gonna be later on the brakes for sure. I do like to brake a little bit late here, which does occasionally cost us. This time, it looks like it's not going to cost us too much. Once again, running a little bit wide, but not too much. Of course, the drive coming out of it was piss poor. So Gian Antonio does pull away, or not really pull away. He just gets past us, but we still have enough torque and top speed to where we can just maintain ourselves ahead of people. I mean, that he pretty much shit the bed right there. He panicked. It looks like he almost crashed out too. He just lost another position, it looks like too. So we really did just cost Gian Antonio quite a bit there. But that's all on him. 2 laps left after this, and we're right here in 4th. So this is really, really surprising. This is a pleasant surprise that I did not expect in the least bit to see. 4th position, 3rd position is right there. I think 1st place is just too far away. As you can see, he's probably already going into the final corner. There he is right there. So he's a little bit too far away, I would say, but we can definitely, if we keep things clean, we can exploit them being in a little bit of a fight to get ourselves up to 2nd. We actually have the fastest lap of the race, too. The 1:30.5, which I think is like a 10th faster than Schroeder's previous one. We actually come out of that corner really nicely, too. Able to take 3rd, and Fernandez could be at risk of being passed coming into this corner right here. If we can get on the brakes at the right time, we're actually ahead of him, so we can hit on the brakes a little bit earlier, a little bit more gently too, which is really, really good. And we come out of this the best I have ever done through that fucking corner. Now we have 2.4 seconds between us and Schroeder, so we have a lot of ground to make up, and it's very unlikely that we will make up that ground. But all we can do is try, and right now 2nd place would be a huge, huge, huge result for us. So I'm happy regardless, but we're going to do our very best to try to get up to him. We've gained 3/10 right there, so we're actually a lot faster than him right now. And that's probably the sector I feel slowest on too, so there's a chance we could do something in this if we can gain a 2nd. Looks like we come out of it a little bit too slow. That's a shame because that's where I'm fastest at usually. And I feel like that really did just cost us a lot of ground. 1.7, so we're gaining really fast. We've almost gained a 2nd in 2 sectors. And if we can come out of this one okay, we have a chance. Oh, that's really, really, really well done. We're going to get a good drive coming out of the last corner too. Unfortunately, we can't go to power 2 without risking running out of fuel. A 129.3. Oh my god, what a lap. Running wide, which is a shame, because we don't have to slow down as much, but we do lose ground, obviously. And Schroeder is right fucking there. It's like you can feel it, man. You have the chance to pass him. It's just a matter of timing it right and not making some dumb mistake that'll cost you the chance later on. Marcel Schroeder is right fucking there. I would not have expected to be this fast on this track. Maybe this is going to be a nice building block for the future, at least for this track. Even if we don't win, this is going to be a hell of a performance regardless. Running too wide, no, that's the end of that. That's going to be the end of that. Schroeder's going to pull away a little bit. See what I mean? That corner is the bane of my existence. We ran a little bit too wide. And after gaining almost a full 2nd, or maybe more than a full 2nd in the last lap, we aren't able to really gain much more than that. We aren't really able to gain much of anything in this one. And we only have 1 more corner, or 2 more corners, but realistically 1 more corner to attempt to pass. And at that point, it's like, do you risk the pass and the crash, or do you just kind of accept 2nd place and except that you were a little bit slower, or at least you weren't fast. You weren't faster than him fast enough. As he looks behind us too, talking shit. Just not enough ground, and we're gonna finish second. But I would say that's a hell of a performance, regardless. You know, starting 18th, getting all the way up to second, being the fastest man on the track by a hell of a lot, by 1.3 seconds. Honestly, like, that's a hell of a performance there. And we were unlucky not to get more out of this. Marcel Schroeder, good job to you, sir. Number 23, representing Michael Jordan. So hell of a performance from both him and us, because he did just enough to keep him up there. And Luca Marini at this point is officially out of contention for the title. I mean, he just continues to have bad performance after bad performance. And we are sitting pretty with a 75-point lead, which I think is plenty for us to be comfortable going into the final few races, or there's probably like 7 or 8 races left. So we're not really comfortable because Silverstone is still on its way. Silverstone is a problem. Silverstone is a huge problem. It could really cost us a lot, but hopefully not. I don't think that's the next race, but if it is, then rest in peace our lead, or at least our 75-point lead. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the performance right here, what you think of the track, and do you believe that we're going to be a success with the KTM in MotoGP. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.